Not stay awake. I already had 2 cups of coffee. So I'm hanging on from a thin thread right now. Okay, let me see if we're live. Yeah, we're live. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, welcome back to another masterclass hosted by 7 Ways to Wealth. And I am your host, Christina Yvette, yours truly. So I am so excited for tonight's masterclass. Tonight we are going to be talking about mobile home investing from my mentor, Mr. Abdul Shabazz. So I'm excited and I am looking forward to it. But before we get started, I just want to check the pulse in the room. So, how is the community doing? How is everyone doing? I already told you guys how I'm doing. I'm hanging on from a thin thread because I have jet lag. I had a 15 and a half hour flight. I landed on Monday and I've been sleepy ever since. So that's how I'm doing. How are you guys doing? So you guys come off mute, let me know.
Doing good, doing good. So Christina, you fighting for your life right about now, huh?
I am. Thank you for recognizing. I sure am. Yes. I'm glad you're doing good, Sandra. Who else? Who else? What about you, Jason? I see you in the building. I see Miss Elizabeth in the building. I see Brianna's in the building. Miss Betty. Hey, Miss Betty. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Joe. How are you guys?
Hello, I'm Jeff.
Awesome. Hey, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Wonderful so far. So far, so good. On a Thursday, I'm ready for the weekend. I have like that 9 to 5 mentality sometimes. So I'm like looking forward to the weekend. It looks like I'm frozen. Can you guys see me and hear me?
You're not
Yeah.
frozen.
You said yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. All right. So, well, let's get started with the master class. So, once again, I'm super excited for this master class. So, this is our second master class this month, not this month, excuse me, this year. I'm talking about mobile home investing. So, I will tell you my testimony really quick before I bring my mentor on. So, my testimony is that I was actually able to buy my first mobile home. So I'm super excited because I am now in that sector of real estate investing. So I, my mentor, I signed up for his mentorship, and within 2 weeks of me learning all the stuff that he teaches, I was able to acquire my first mobile home. So it is a lot to learn, but it is worth it. And I think it's worth it because of the cash flow. Like the cash flow is beautiful. And I will show you guys my journey. I'm just beginning, but I am very intentional about this side of real estate, just like I am about the other endeavors that I have in real estate too. So, without further ado, I want to introduce my mentor, Mr. Abdul Shabazz. He is the founder of the Mobile Home Closer, and he is coming to teach us how to fix and flip mobile homes and how to get into that form of investing so that we can cash flow. So, Mr. Abdul, you have the floor. Thank you so much for being here this evening. I am so appreciative because I know that the information that you have is what our community needs.
Yes, absolutely. So, peace and blessings, everybody. Y'all, if y'all can hear Brother Abdul, drop a one in the chat. If y'all can hear Brother Abdul, please drop a one in the chat. So, this class is going to be very interactive, family. Very interactive. So, before I get started, first and foremost, I want to thank Miss Christina for allowing me to speak to your community once again. This is my second time this year. I think my third time overall. And I just, man, it's a pleasure to be able to speak to like-minded people who literally want to go to the next level. And so I want to go ahead and get the ball started. I'm not one of those people that's going to be long-winded. I like to just hit y'all, with the information that y'all need so y'all could be successful. And then, of course, if y'all have any questions, I'll be able to open the floor up to any question that you may have about mobile home investing. And I pray that this is going to be an amazing class. So once again, thank you, Miss Christina. And we're going to get the ball rolling, family. Am I the host right now?
Yes, you are. And thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. You already know. All right, so let's get to business, family. All right, so peace and blessings, everybody. My name is Abdul Shabazz, also known as the Mobile Home Closer. And what I do is I teach entrepreneurs all over the country how to buy, fix, and flip mobile homes. Just a little bit about myself, because I don't like talking too much about myself. I like to talk more so about my students and the success that they have. But my father taught me this game when I was 15 years old. Yes, 15 years old. He told me there was two things I could do with my hands. He said, number one, you can either destroy with your hands or you can build with your hands. Those are the two things. And so he said that I'm going to be intentional about teaching you how to build with your hands instead of destroy with your hands. And that's exactly what he did, y'all. At 15, he taught me how to build mobile homes. And so I was able to just really hang with my father and see how he was able to interact with the tenants and see how he was able to buy these properties. And years later, that's whenever I created my own company, which was the Mobile Home Closer Company. And so with that, we was able to help over 12,000 people break into the mobile home investing space. And right now we own and we operate a 7-figure business. This is a family-owned business that I created. And so the same person who taught me, which is my father, now my father actually works in my business right now, so he's our lead project manager, and it's amazing. So literally my father, my wife, my siblings, extended family, it's a family business and everybody works to make the Mobile Home Closer Company what it is right now. And so I have the pleasure and the honor to be able to teach you all about mobile home investing as well. And hopefully some of you all would take that leap of faith and say, you know what, I want to break into the real estate space, but I'm going to do it the untraditional way, which is going to be mobile home investing. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this training is going to be for you. Number one, if you're looking to retire. Number two, you desire to be financially free. Number three, you're currently working a 9-to-5 job. 4, you're looking to get into real estate. And 5, you're striving to build generational wealth. So what I want you to do right now in the chat, which one interests you more? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Because if a lot of y'all say 5, then that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about the entire day. If y'all say 2, I'm going to make sure I hammer in on 2, right? So put in the chat, which one interests you more? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? All of these are amazing, but just know we're going to be definitely talking about some inside of today's class. But whichever one y'all want to talk about a little bit more, I'll be more than happy to break these things down to you all. So what I want to do is, before we want to get started, I just want to congratulate some of my students who have done some big things thus far. So can we just put fire emojis in the comments? Miss Nicole, she's out of Texas. Her very first mobile home deal she did over $100,000 on her first mobile home deal in Austin, Texas. Just drop some fire emojis in the comments right now. Darius, he bought 5 mobile homes within 45 days. Yes, he sold 2 of those properties. He kept 3. He made over $35,000. Miss Angie, she bought 8 mobile homes within 1 year. She was able to quit her job. Then Miss Melissa, she did $18,000 on her first mobile home flip. And then Miss Patrice, she did over $35,000 in 3 months. And then after those 3 months, she quit her job. So I just want to get like some fire emojis just going. This is the common people who decided, hey, look, I want to jump into mobile homes. I want to learn this mobile home game, and then I want to make sure that I hit the ball running. Let me tell y'all this. I want y'all to write this down right now on your paper, because this may be for some of you that's on this call right now. Stop asking God to guide your footstep if you are not willing to move your feet. I'm going to say that again. Stop asking God to guide your footsteps if you are not willing to move your feet. Some of y'all are looking for ways to invest your money that's just sitting inside your account. Don't you know when your money is sitting inside your account, that is a form of mismanagement. So whatever you don't use, you will what? You will lose. So there's universal laws that we are not doing, and that's the reason why we are not multiplying what God have given us. And so I always tell people, like, these are just opportunities for us to be able to multiply our money, because there's 3 M's that we got to focus on. What are those 3 M's? The 3 M's is you got to learn how to make, manage, and multiply your money. Once you learn how to make, manage, and multiply, you will never go broke. A lot of people know how to make money, but when it comes down to managing the money and multiplying the money, that is a different type of skill set that you're going to need. So here's the thing. In this business, or any business that you are embarking on, right? You want to get into. It is about who you are becoming. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because in the Bible it says a fool with money will soon part ways. So God is telling you, if you get money but you are a fool, you and the money are going to part ways, which means that you have to have some level of intelligence whenever you are dealing with finances. So here's the thing. Mobile homes are just the investment vehicle. That's it. All we're doing is parking our money into mobile homes, right? But transformation is the destination. If you are not being transformed into a better person in whatever you're invested in, whatever you are studying, then that may not be the right thing, if that makes sense. So this isn't about becoming rich. I tell people right now, this is not we put in the microwave and the next day we have $1 million in our account. Absolutely not. If that's your mindset, then this is not for you. It is about becoming free enough to obey God fully. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of us on it right now, we have goals, we have dreams, we have aspirations, big things that we want to do. But the one thing that's hindering us from actually doing the thing that we want to do, or what God have instilled in us as a gift or a talent, we are unable to do because of what? The lack of finances. If y'all believe what I'm saying right now, just drop a 1 in the chat if it's making sense. I just want to make sure I am clear today, and everything that I'm saying is making crystal clear sense to everybody that's on this call right now. That's all I want. So now here's a gift. That's what I want to do, because I like to reward people who show up on time. Right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you one of my famous books that I've written, and I'm talking about the reviews are incredible on this book. So what I want to do today is I want to give you that book. So I want to stop what we're doing right now, and I want you to click on that link so that you can have the book. Okay? So I'm not going to share this again. I want y'all to stop what you're doing, click on that link, and I want you to have that book. And it's a short read. So I promise you, it's going to give you some sort of insight that you have probably never heard of, never seen before, right? And I want you to simply email me or message me on Instagram and then tell me what were your thoughts about reading that book. It's a very short read, but it's very powerful. So Brother Abdul is a bearer of gifts, y'all. So I want to make sure I give y'all this for just showing up. All right. It's I Only Fear God, the Investor's Mindset. That's what this book is about. I Only Fear God, the Investor's Mindset. So if you are an investor, please read that book. If you are a person that want to find out what your purpose is in life, read that book. If you want high-level information, read that book. So you're welcome, family. So let's keep it moving. So now, what is mobile home investing? Mobile home investing is an attractive idea for an investor willing to think outside of the box. Yes, you have to think outside of the box because there's a lot of myths that goes with mobile home investing. But don't you know that there's over 20 million people that live inside mobile homes, and there's over 45,000 mobile home communities in America. Remember, mobile homes is just an investment vehicle that we're putting our money in. Whether you live in a mobile home or whether you decide not to live in a mobile home, that is 100% fine. But we know that mobile home can give you an 100+% return on investment. And I'm going to show you some of the deals that we have done and my students are doing right now that's giving them those type of returns. So when it comes down to real estate, mobile homes are the gateway to real estate. Now, I want y'all to understand this. If you don't build something for yourself, there are going to be consequences when you don't build something for yourself. I don't know about you, but I tell my students all of the time, stop playing with your potential. Right now, you have an idea that you want to execute, but since you are playing with your own potential, you don't even execute what you have inside your mind. There's something that you want to build that is astronomical, that is huge, that is big. But since we're so comfortable where we at right now, we don't want to build a big thing. So one thing my mentor told me is this, and I need y'all to write this down. He said, your comfort zone is your broke zone. And while y'all are writing that down, if you're in a position to turn your camera on, turn your cameras on, right? Me personally, I like to see people's faces. Imagine me giving you this game, but the entire time I have my camera off, right? But if you're doing something else, you know, that you like, hey, look, I'm just here just to be here, right? That's fine. But I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all this information, and I want to see people like this writing, because that lets me know that y'all are the few people that are going to execute on the information. Because I don't even know how many people are on this call right now, but let's just say it's 40 people that's on this call right now. I'm going to tell you right now, out of the 40 people, only about 5 to 10 people are going to execute on the information that I give. So be that person that's going to execute. So now, when you don't build something for yourself, there's consequences, right? And so the consequences are, we're going to have to clock into work. We're going to lose that family time, right? We're going to feel behind. We may be living paycheck to paycheck, right? We know that we can do more, but we were like, dang, I can't do more because I'm pulled in all these different directions. There's not a level of freedom that I have right now because I'm tired of somebody else. I'm tired of something else. So the question that people always ask me is, they say, Abdul, well, if mobile homes is so great, can you retire from mobile homes? Well, let me break something down to everybody, right? The first person who I was able to retire was my wife. This is a picture that me and my wife took 6 years ago, family. 6 years ago, this is whenever I retired her from the public school system in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the picture right here, family. So can you retire from mobile homes? Emphatically, yes, because I'm a full-time investor, right? And the first person I said I have to get off the job was my wife. So before I left my job, I made sure I had enough mobile homes to sustain my wife's income that she was bringing in. I wanted to make sure I was making that in mobile homes. So now there's something that we have all heard of. Drop a 3 in the chat if you ever heard of the American dream. Drop a 3 in the chat if you ever heard of the American dream. And if you have not heard of the American dream, then just know that they probably got you caught up in the system already. This is something that I had to break away from, right? I went to college, but I didn't finish college. The only thing I have right now is a high school diploma. But God has blessed me to be able to study, to be able to read books. And now I know more than the people who have went to college, and I make more than the people who have went to college. Because what they make in a year, God has blessed us to make that in a month. So now they call it the American dream. So that's why they call it the American dream, because you have to be asleep in order for you to believe it. So they gave us the 40-40 rule. What is the 40-40 rule? You have to work 40 hours per week. You have to do that for 40 years. And then you have to retire on 40% of what you struggle to live with all of your life. So think about that. That don't even make sense. So 40 hours a week times 4 weeks, that's 160 hours times 12 months. That's 1,920 hours per year. Times that by 40, that's 76,000 hours. Then when you add overtime, that's over 100,000 hours you have given to somebody else. So ask yourself right now, if you were to be given back 100,000 hours, in your lifetime to do whatever it is that you want to do? What type of big business can you build whenever you believe and you work for yourself? So JOBS is an acronym. JOB stands for juggling our bills or just over broke. So whenever I'm talking to some of these CEOs and these companies, right, their mindset is to pay us just enough so we do not leave their company and take what they have given us to start our own. That's literally their mindset in some of these big time companies. That's why it's an acronym, juggling our bills or just over broke. So if they can feed you, they can starve you, build your dream, or someone will hire you to build theirs. So now, what is the goal? What I want to teach y'all today is this. We have mastered the art of learning how to make money on our feet, working. Now it's time for us to learn how to make money in our sleep. So Warren Buffett, he said something that was very key. He said, if you don't learn how to make money in your sleep, you will work until you die. So let's go to break something down really quick, because I want to really get into the nitty gritty of the financial literacy of how you can actually make money. So you have a financial household. Miss Christina is doing, I already know, an amazing job of teaching y'all what? How to get a trust for you and your family. So y'all already have the roof, which equals asset protection. But here it is, we have the window, which is the passive income or your earned income. And then right here, we have the window to the right, your IPA, which stands for income producing asset. We have down here, CRL, stands for cash reducing liability. Then you have the door opportunity. And then besides the door opportunity, you have your fixed outflow window. Now, let me break this down and show you how this works. Because after this call, I want you to sit down with yourself. I want you to sit down with your husband or your wife. And I want you to tell them and say, look, we need to check our financial household to see how, like what we're doing and how we're doing things and what can we change. So let's go ahead and break this down. I want to show y'all two households. I want to show you all the poor household, and I want to show you all a wealthy household. So whenever you look at a poor household, poor is an acronym. Write this down. Poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's what poor stands for. And the reason why I put the word poor, because I want to hyper focus this word right now. Anytime you get money, whether it's passive income or whether it's earned income from your job, a poor financial household would immediately buy cash reducing liabilities, meaning that you got your taxes, or even if you get your taxes, you have 20 TVs in your house. Why do you need another TV? Why do all of a sudden you need another car? You need a boat, you need this, you need that. And then guess what? The poor financial household never buy income producing assets. So their money go from this window, drop down to buying in cash reducing liability. They have to skip over the door of opportunity. You know why? Because now they have to pay for their fixed outflow things, which means they have to pay for their rent, their mortgage, their utilities, foods. This is things they have to pay. So they never have the opportunity to buy investments. So if you ever talk to somebody who don't have a lot of money, they will always say, man, I'm just living day by day. I'm trying to make ends meet. And this is a poor mindset. Man, if it ain't one thing, it's a what? Y'all, somebody type in the chat. When you hear somebody say, man, if it ain't one thing, it's what? It's another, right? That's a poor mentality. These are people who literally bring things onto themselves, right? But when we look at a wealthy household, this is what they do with their money. This is what I do with my money. Anytime I get money, whether it's passive income, whether it's earned income, it doesn't matter what type of income I receive. I immediately buy an income producing asset. That income producing asset could be a mobile home, right? And 9 out of 10 times it is a mobile home. And when I buy the mobile home and I put a tenant or If I do an owner finance, that's going to bring me in more cash flow. So when it brings me in more cash flow, that means that my income window is getting bigger because I now have assets that's bringing me in more money. And then when I have assets that's bringing me in more money, if I want to buy a new car, a new TV, my income producing asset is paying for my liabilities. It's paying for my house payment. It's paying for my groceries. And I'm going to show y'all that later on. But it should never be the money that is coming from your job that's paying for these things. It should be your assets that's taking care of your liabilities. And that's the mentality that you want. So let's break this down. When you invest, you are buying a day that you don't have to work. If this sounds good to you right here, I want you to drop a 2 in the chat. When you invest, you are buying a day you don't have to work. Now, let's break this down, family. Let's say you have a property that is bringing you in $600 a month in cash flow. And let's say you're still working your job, but you're actively looking for ways to replace your job's income. Let's look at it like this. Well, don't you know if you're bringing in $600 a month in monthly cash flow, then that means that you can go from 40 hours to 32 hours. So you no longer have to work Monday through Friday. You can work Monday through Thursday with one income producing property because the $600 just took care of your Friday, right? So the 150 took care of March 6th, March 13th, March 20th, and March 27th. So you just bought back your freedom just with one property. So imagine if you have 2 properties, 3, 5, 10 properties that's bringing you in $6,000 a month. You can walk away from your job. That's the mentality that I have. And so now this one rental property right here, we own the land, and guess what? We own the mobile home. This property, instead of it bringing in $600, is bringing in $1,750. So therefore, that's just 3x what I just showed you all. And whenever you have 3x, now you may say, okay, well, I'm going to go from full-time to now part-time because I have something that is bringing me in money. So real estate is active before it's passive. So whenever you go and get this property, you get the land, you get the mobile home, and now it's cash flowing. You did the active work, but now you are reaping the benefits of the work that you have already put into real estate. That's the beautiful thing about real estate, family. So the things that are hindering people from getting into the mobile home space may be some of the myths. So y'all probably heard or seen the movie 8 Mile, right? And when you saw the movie 8 Mile, you were like, man, that's a trailer trash community. I don't want to do nothing with no mobile homes, right? You heard of all of these different bad things. You heard about a tornado coming and blowing a mobile home into the streets, right? You heard about all these different foolishness, but you have never turned on the TV and saw a mobile home in the middle of the highway. You have never seen that before. Why? Because people don't understand. HUD regulated mobile homes in June 15, 1976. Then they updated it in 1994. So mobile homes have to adhere to 70 to 110 miles per hour. We think that the mobile home is going to look like these tin cans, family. Absolutely not. This is how some of the newer modern mobile homes look right here. This is how some of the mobile homes look that we are purchasing right now. This mobile home right here, 3,000 square feet, family. 3,000 square feet. And you may be looking inside some of these mobile homes like, what? These look better than single family homes. They're starting to design all of the mobile homes after single family homes. It's just that the price is a fraction of the price. It's a fraction of the price, family. So now, why do I invest in mobile homes? Here's a couple of reasons. Let's go ahead and let's see if after I show you why I invest in mobile homes, you all are probably going to be thinking right now like, oh man, let me invest in some mobile homes right now. Well, here it is. You have Sam Zell, y'all. Billionaire. When he was alive, he passed away, but he owned over 160,000 lots, mobile home lots, family. Not 5 lots, not 100 lots. A billionaire owning over 160,000 mobile home lots. So why is it that there's billionaires like him and Barber, right? And Mark Cuban and another one, Warren Buffett. Why is it that these billionaires are putting their money into mobile homes? And now Warren Buffett, he owns the largest manufacturing company in the world, which is Clayton Homes, and he make over 11 figures. He have generated over 11 figures from his mobile home business. But yet people tell us that there is no money in mobile homes, but you have billionaires that have made billions off of mobile homes, family. So anytime somebody tell you not to invest in something, not to look into something to study, it's probably best for you to do your own homework and do your own research. And you will find out exactly why that person was telling you to stay away from. Because they know, oh man, the more people that know about it, it may one day get saturated. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's enough mobile homes that they can go around for everybody on this call and some over and over and over again. So another reason is personal property, right? So mobile homes are not considered real property, but you could turn a mobile home into a real property. Mobile homes considered personal property, meaning that I can buy the mobile home the same day that I see the mobile home. If it's inside a mobile, if it's on private property, I can buy it same day. If it's inside a mobile home community, then it can take up to maybe 7 days at max. But typically it takes about 3 days, 3 to 5 days for you to close on a mobile home deal. Property taxes, I've shared with so many of my students. My students have seen this before, but some of our property tax for the entire year, family, is less than $60 for the entire year on a mobile home. Yes, I know some of y'all can't believe it, but we have the receipts and the proof. Some of our properties is less than 60 bucks. So some of the ways that you can make money investing in mobile homes, you can rent the mobile home out, you can fix and flip, you can wholesale, you can do land renting, right? Meaning that you can buy a piece of land and you can move a mobile home on your land and solely just rent out your land. You have travel nurses that can come inside your mobile home. You have gator lending, extended stay, owner finance. And another thing that we do is custom built mobile homes for people. So wholesaler, one of my students right here, mastered the game. His name is Bruce. He's out of Virginia. Like I live in Georgia. He lives in Virginia. He mastered the wholesaling game, right? And so he mastered it. Other students mastered the wholesaler game to where they're making anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 per wholesale deal, meaning that they're not coming out of pocket any money. They're just the middle person. So they're marrying 2 people together to do these type of deals, the seller and the buyer, and they're the wholesaler, the in-between person. Then you have a fix and flip. We did this property right here. We made $6,000. Then we did another property, made $6,000, and we did it in 22 hours from the start to finish. And then another one of my students, he was over in Florida area, got a mobile home right outside of Miami. Yes, outside of Miami, where it's very expensive. We helped him get this property for $5,000. He ended up selling it for $30,000, made a $15,000 profit. This student right here, Nick, he lives in New York. He did a seller finance deal. The person was paying him monthly, and then after that, they ended up cutting him a check for the remaining balance of the property, which was $49,900, and that was a seller finance deal. So when it comes down to how much money you need to purchase a mobile home, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can get mobile homes all over the country for less than $10,000. It sometimes depends on the style or the age of the mobile home. Some of my students, they have gotten mobile homes for $15,000, $16,000, $17,000, $20,000 because they got brand new mobile homes. And just imagine you getting a turnkey property for $16,000, and all you have to do is list it and put somebody in the property. You can't beat that with a hammer. But we got this property right here. This was in Columbus, Georgia for $1,500. This was in Columbus, Georgia. This was in Alabama, $3,500. This was in Hampton, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. And I can show you a lot more, but I just want to show y'all a couple of deals that we have got. Ways to invest in these mobile homes. You can wholesale with minimum funds. You can joint venture, or you can leverage your credit card. I'm going to tell you right now, all of the deals that we are doing right now for the last couple of years, we have leveraged our credit cards to do these deals. Some of y'all right now have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, and you're thinking that you got to come out of your bank. Absolutely not. You can buy a mobile home with your credit card, and when you buy the mobile home with your credit card, the person that you move into your property will be the one that will be servicing your credit card debt. To me, you can't beat that with a hammer. So let's just say if that card payment every single month is $300, but somebody is paying you $700 in cash flow, positive cash flow, that means an extra $400 goes to your pocket, then $300 goes towards that credit card bill. That's how you maximize OPM, other people's money, to be able to get these deals done. So if y'all are following me right now, drop the one in the chat. If y'all following Brother Abdul right now, I know I've been talking for about 35 minutes, but I just want to make sure y'all following Brother Abdul right now. And I hope and pray in these last 30 minutes, y'all be getting some type of value. Like, are y'all getting value right now, or am I just flapping my gums? Because I want to make sure what I'm teaching y'all about mobile homes is second to none to anybody else that's out here teaching about mobile home investing. All right, perfect. So now in finding these properties, here's how you can do that. One of the things that you can do right now, just to see if mobile homes is around you, is you can go to Google and type in mobile home parks near me. When you go to your phone and type in mobile home parks near me on your computer, a list of mobile home parks are going to pop up. And when they pop up, guess what? You're going to be like, what? I didn't know that there was a mobile home community that was near me. And then when you say there was a mobile home community that's near me, I simply want you to go inside the mobile home community and just find distressed properties. And that's how you can get those properties sometimes for $1,000, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000. That's all I want you to do. So when you go inside the mobile home community, you're going to see in its top left-hand corner and top right-hand corner, double wide mobile homes. And then you're going to see single wide mobile homes. So the single wide mobile home is typically going to be about a 14 by 70. And then a double wide mobile home, typically there's double those sizes. So it may be, let's just say a 24 by 60, but it's going to be more bigger, more spacious, right? These are the type of homes you're going to find inside of the community. Another place you can go to is mhvillage.com. This is another big website that sells mobile homes. The best way on how you can actually get a lot of mobile homes coming to you is by establishing a relationship with the actual owner of the community. When you establish a relationship with the owner of the community, anytime somebody get evicted, anytime a home come available, they're going to call you so you can go inside and you can buy the property. Let me tell y'all a big secret with these mobile home communities. They do not care about the property, the mobile home. They only care about the land, y'all. So when you understand that, that's how we're able to get these mobile homes for little or nothing, because we know that the only thing they're looking for inside these mobile home communities is their lot rate. That's the only thing they're looking for. They're not looking for nothing else. They don't care about the property, their homes. And that's what we come in at. And we buy the home. And when we buy the home, we fix it up to make sure it's a nice curb appeal. Then we put somebody in the home, right? And once we put somebody in the home, then guess what? Both parties is happy. The park manager is getting their lot rent, and we're getting our rent from that person. So now, freeing up your time. If you desire to have more time to spend with your children, if you desire to have more time to spend with your loved ones, or more time to even have just to yourself, I want you to put the word freedom in the chat. I don't know about y'all, but Abdul can use a little bit more freedom. So this ain't a trick question. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can use a little bit more freedom because I want to show y'all how y'all can actually start freeing yourselves up. I already showed you how you can buy back one day at a time. I showed y'all that, right? So y'all have a level of understanding on how you can actually free up yourself. One of the books, now I'm not getting paid for this, but this is one of the books that I recommend right here. So this book right here is called Buy Back Your Time, right? And so I've read this book multiple times, but this book right here teaches you how to buy back your time so that you can have the freedom to do exactly what it is that you want to do. You got to remember, if you want a certain level of success, oftentimes they hide certain things inside of books because they know that people are not going to read the books. So we got to become readers. There's a saying, readers are leaders. And everybody on this call, I believe you are a leader at something. But we got to make sure that we become an advocate of reading books. So now buying back your time, getting that freedom back looks like this. One thing that we do is we have rentals, and then we have owner finance deals to where we become the bank. Now, let me break down the owner finance deal to you all. If you have ever went to the car dealership, and let's just say there's a Mercedes-Benz that you like, and you be like, oh, that's the car that I want. They ask you, do you want to pay in cash or do you want to finance? And you say, oh, I want to finance. I'm going through Wells Fargo Bank. And they say, okay, cool. Wells Fargo is the bank now. You have to pay Wells Fargo every single month for that Mercedes-Benz. If something happened, you cannot drop the Mercedes-Benz off at Wells Fargo and say, fix my car. Absolutely not. They're just a bank. That's how it is with mobile homes. When we put somebody in that home, we finance the home for them. So now we are just the bank collecting the money. And guess what, family? They're responsible for everything that breaks inside of the mobile home. You are no longer responsible because you are not renting the mobile home from them. To them. The only thing you're doing is you are financing the mobile home and letting them become a buyer instead of a renter. I'm gonna tell y'all, that's one of the coldest strategies I've learned. So we don't get calls at night. My management company that I own, we don't get calls for these properties that are on owner finance because we're solely the bank. Now, if you're renting mobile homes, you can get those calls. So one thing that we have learned is this. My wife, right? She just left the house, but she left the house in a very nice vehicle. But that vehicle have an expensive monthly payment on it. Now, somebody may say, well, Abdul, like why are you paying that much money for the vehicle? And I would say, well, I'm not paying that money for the vehicle. My assets are paying for that vehicle. So if you have it doesn't matter what vehicle that you have, but if you have a car note, you should not be going to work just to pay for your vehicle. Does that make sense, family? Don't have the mindset that, man, I got to go to work because I got to pay for this vehicle. No. You should have the mindset that your job is your first business partner. That's your mindset. But when I make the money, I got to now put that into an asset. So what I did was I asked myself, how many mobile homes do I need to take care of my wife's car? Because my other vehicles are paid off, right? How many mobile homes do I need to take care of my cell phone bill, my groceries, right? My house bill. And when you start putting mobile homes to these expenses, then now all you got to do is go out there and get the properties, put somebody in the home, and now let your asset take care of your liabilities. That's the whole game. So if you ever read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki, he teaches you this in that book, which is one of the greatest books I've ever read, because it taught me, okay, Abdul, your monthly passive income have to be more than your total expenses. That is the first way and how you can actually set yourself free and get out the rat race. That is what this game is all about, family, is getting you and your family out of the rat race. And everybody that's on this call, you can do it. You just got to believe that you can do it. So now, once again, I have to show y'all this. When you invest, you are buying a day that you don't have to work. This is, if you don't remember anything that I've said today, this is exactly what I want you to understand. Because the economy and what's going to be happening, what we see that's happening on the news right now, things are only going to amplify. Let me share with you all about inflation, right? If you make $100,000 a year, right? And let's just say your bills, when it's all said and done, and everything that you have paid in 1 year comes out to $90,000. That's $10,000 left over. When you start factoring in inflation, you're really making no money when you factor in inflation. Because when we see what's happening on the news, right? Let's look at this. Gas prices right now are going up, right? So when gas prices goes up, the people who are delivering the goods, right? They're now going to charge more because gas prices are going up. When we go to the Walmart, when we go to Kroger, right? The prices, the food prices have what? Went up. The only thing that have not went up was our paycheck. So when your paycheck or the money that you are getting did not go up, you are now losing more dollars. And that's the thing that people do not understand. But when you have assets, those assets are helping you to beat inflation. And they're putting more money into your pocket. That's how you stay ahead of the game. But when we let our money just sit in the bank account, but everything is going up, it is tearing your money up, but you don't even see it. But you feeling it, but you may not see it. But I'm telling you, your pockets is hurting. So the goal is for us to multiply every dollar bill that come to me. The goal is for that dollar to go out there and have children. That is the ultimate goal. And when your dollar is out there and is having children, then what ends up happening is what? Your money is constantly multiplying. So this property right here, 1323 in Alabama. One of the reasons why I love investing in Alabama is because 1 out of every 3 people live in a mobile home in Alabama. So if you are, if you invest in Alabama, right, or buy a mobile home in Alabama, somebody, mama, granny, uncle, auntie, brother, sister, friend, somebody in their circle lives in Alabama, y'all. I mean, live in a mobile home. That's why I love Alabama. Because it's not foreign to the people in Alabama to buy a mobile home. Now, you may go to like a big city and people say, a mobile home, what? Heck nah. But man, when you go to places like Alabama, when you in the South, oh man, they love mobile homes. And even places like, people don't know, but California is #2 in the most mobile home communities in the entire country. And people don't even know that. So this property right here, This is in 5 months. 5 months, $6,615.65 in 5 months from a property. Everything 100% net profit on this deal, right? To me, you can't beat that with a hammer. This property is in Michigan. I love investing in Michigan as well because in Michigan, the cash flow, right? Cash flow is great in Michigan, in my humble opinion. So we have properties in like Sterling Heights, in Washington, Michigan. It's great. So now, once again, this is another picture of the wealthy household. Your objective now should be thinking like this. And if you want, y'all can take a screenshot of this. In my office, I have a big board, right, of this right here. So the mindset is, if I'm getting paid tomorrow, I should be investing in myself to be able to learn more about an asset class that I want to invest in. Because now when you get paid, you should set aside some type of money to go on an asset. When I buy assets, right, I still set some money aside to the money that I'm collecting. And then guess what I do, family? I put in a high yield savings account. Because if money is spiritual and money have to constantly be moving, the moment you stop your money, that's whenever things start coming up. Have y'all ever been in a position to where as soon as whenever you got money and you hold on your money, all of a sudden your check engine light cut on? Have y'all been in that position, y'all? Have you been in a position to where when you got money and then you're not doing nothing with your money, but all of a sudden one of your siblings, your family, your friends, all of a sudden they need an extra $500, and then you find yourself giving money to people but not getting your money back in return? That's because you are violating a universal law when it comes down to money. It's universal law. Why is it that quote unquote evil people who do all type of madness with their money, they're super rich? It's because they understand the universal principles of money. And that's what I want to get over to you all. So one of the principles, I touch on a couple, but another principle is whenever you give, you shall receive. So what I do is I always find myself giving to different foundations because I know that that's a universal law. But if we notice, why aren't we doing this? But whenever your hands is like this with your money, you can't even receive the money because your hand is like this, it's in the ball. But when your hand is out, you can receive. So I hope that makes sense. So this is one of my students right here. Recently this year, he got him an owner finance deal. So this is a new property, right? So he's on his third mobile home deal. And this is another one of my students. He got this several weeks ago. And this is another new mobile home. So some of y'all can get the mobile homes. I typically buy mobile homes in the 1980s and above. But right now I'm buying a lot of new mobile homes. And we're getting these newer, more mobile homes for less than $20,000. I got one of my mobile homes, my new mobile homes, for $9,000, y'all. A brand new mobile home. And so the person that y'all know best, right? Your favorite trust mentor, Miss Christina, she told y'all earlier about what? About how she got her a mobile home, but she didn't tell y'all this was a newer mobile home. I think it was like a 2023 family. She got her a mobile home. So the thing about it is, at the end of the day, if all these people that y'all seen is doing this, why do sometimes we think so little of ourselves that we can't do this? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is not far-fetched for any of y'all to get. I'm training my children right now. My daughter is about to be 7 years old, but she can teach y'all how to invest in mobile homes, family. So if a 6-year-old can teach about mobile homes, right? Man, y'all can do the same thing. So before we even go any further, can y'all give y'all mentor, y'all teacher, y'all trainer, y'all educator, Miss Christina, some fire emojis in the comments? Because what she's doing is she's showing y'all that she's not afraid to invest in herself. That's the number one thing that a mentor can do is show y'all that, hey, this is how you get it done without talking about it. Because most of the times we are lip professors, right? We talk about how we want success. Think about it like this. Going into 2026, how many people said that they was going to change their life in 2026? But yet they're still doing the same thing that they've been doing in 2025. But you got a mentor who said in 2025, she told me, she said, dude, I'm going to get into this mobile home game. And she was like, yo, look, I'm going to buy 100 properties. And I said, okay, well, cool. I'm going to make sure I help you get there. And she'd tell you, I'd be texting this girl and I'd be like, Christina, you did this? You got this? You did this? Because I know the level of, how would I want to put this? The intelligence that God have blessed her with based upon her success that she has. So I know a certain level of what Christina is capable of. So my thing is, she'll tell you, I don't expect nothing less from her because I know that she's a great person. I know that she's excellent. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't know y'all, but me personally, I don't expect nothing less from nobody that's on this call. So now I want y'all to simply do this. If you're willing to bet on yourself, I want you to put me in the chat. If you're willing to bet on yourself in 2026, I want you to put me in the chat. So here's a Newton law. This is another law. I love dealing with laws. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion, right? If you stay exactly where you're going to be at, like if you stay exactly like where you at right now, there's no motion, there's no movement, and you're going to stay exactly right there, right? Because you are an object that is at rest. What I want you all to do is to get moving. Be that object that is moving. Be that object that is building momentum. And whenever you are moving, whenever you are building momentum, then nobody can stop you. The only person who can stop you is God. That's it. So the real fear isn't failure, it's regret. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the real fear isn't failure, it is simply regret. And people will always say, man, I knew better, right? But I waited. I should have started sooner. I wish I would have taken a chance. And when I'm dealing with my clients, I always tell them this, and I need y'all to write this down. This is something that is powerful, and I have to say it because it helped me with my thinking, right? The quicker you get to where you want to go, the longer you have to enjoy it. I'm going to say that again. The quicker you get to where you want to go, the longer you have to enjoy it. I'm in my early 30s, right? I believe I got more years in front of me than I have behind me. But some people, it's in reverse. Some people have more years behind them than what they do have in front of them. So we don't have time to wait. If you don't believe me, I want you to go to the Social Security Administration website, and I want you to read about Social Security. They're saying that in 2030, as early as 2032 and as late as 2037, there will be no more Social Security. I don't think y'all heard me. So they're getting y'all prepared to pull Social Security away from y'all. So now what are the people going to be living on? That means that they're going to have to work until they die. Why not start setting something up for yourself right now? So in 2032 and 2037, if they do post Social Security, you are not worrying about that because you have already built up an extra $2,500 in passive income from mobile homes. That's the thinking that you got to have. You got to be able to, okay, the system is doing this. Oh yeah, absolutely not. Let me go ahead and set something up for myself. That's what you got to do. So for those people who want to get started, here's the good news. You can start your mobile home investing journey today. You can start your mobile home investing journey today, right? So if you're ready and you say, look, man, Abdul, I'm ready. This is what I want to do for everybody that's in Christina community right now. We have a Flip the Freedom Inner Circle community. And this Flip the Freedom Inner Circle community, you will be able to ask questions. We have courses inside of our community that you will be able to access. I did a beautiful 5-day challenge that we will make sure that you get. You'll get discount on all of our mobile home events, especially we have a mobile home event that's happening next week right here live in Atlanta, Georgia, where you will be able to shadow myself and my father. You have networking opportunities. You can become an affiliate, right? And you can be around other high-level entrepreneurs and seeing the results that the people are getting, and you can get those same results as well too. All you got to do is follow along with the courses that we have inside of our community so that you can get those results. And of course, if you want to go bigger and you want to be a part of a mentorship program, you can. But the only thing we're asking today for a lifetime access to get this is only $97, y'all. That is it. Yes, there is a afterpay or something like that method to where you can do that. You can do it on a credit card, but there's so many different ways on how you can actually make your payment today. And so for those people who say, oh yeah, look, I'm looking to bet on myself, this is something that I want to do, I'm gonna make sure that I put the link inside the chat for you all to go ahead and join our mobile home investing community so that you can be around other 7- and 8-figure people that are teaching and coaching you about this real estate game. So for those people who are willing to bet on yourself, just put bet inside the chat. All it is $97. It's a lifetime access. So you don't got to pay $1,000. You don't got to pay $2,000. All it is $97. And when you come into the community, I just simply want you to introduce yourself. That's all I want you to do. And when you introduce yourself, I'm gonna make sure I shout you out. But then tonight, y'all gonna get 2 books. So y'all got the first book. Then when you join a community, I'm gonna make sure I put a blueprint to mobile home investing book inside the chat for you all. Because I want y'all to see that this is real. This ain't no fluke, or this ain't no social media madness. No, this is what we know, like for certain, to be real and get people the results that they're looking for. And then, of course, like I said, when you join a community, we got a special link for you to join us next week right here live in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you want to see it with your own eyes, touch the mobile homes, see our portfolio that we have in one community, oh yeah, you're going to be blown away. And whatever city that you are in, you will be able to take that back to your city and duplicate it. But the beautiful thing about it is you're going to be with me and you're going to be with my father so that y'all will be able to see how me and my father are able to work together, how we able to invest in these properties. And you can ask any questions, whether it's about buying land, because that's what we do, and about buying a mobile home. So there's not a coupon code family. This link right here is for y'all. So once you
That
go and you
event,
make a payment, the link is for y'all family.
the live event is so powerful for you guys to be in that space. Can you guys hear me?
So Christina, I can hear you, but I don't know why it's just static.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, hold on. It's because I'm on 2 different devices.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
That's probably what it is. Okay, no. You good. No, go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm saying is it's so important to just be in that environment and be in that space. So I attended 2 of Abdul's live events because I wanted to be able to see the mobile homes in person. I wanted to be able to, look at the parks. I wanted to be able to learn from him and his father and be able to get my questions answered. And I had so many questions. So that was my, first exposure is that live event. And the fact that he has it coming up next week, it's next Saturday, is like right on time. So I went to two of them and it was life changing for me. And that's why he said what he said, right? I told him in person, I was like, yeah, I am gonna invest in mobile homes because the cash flow makes sense to me. And it's an asset that I can place into my trust. And just I'm all about building legacies. I'm all about real estate. I'm all about all of this. So I'm like, this just makes complete sense to me. And that's why I went to the live events. I told him, yes, I'm definitely going to invest. I jumped into the mentorship. He held my hand through the whole process because this is something that I've never done before. And I was like, with the analysis paralysis, I'm like, well, I'm one of those people that I want to know A to Z, but I'm also one of those people where it's like, I'm going to learn as I go. So it's like, okay, well, I found this mobile home. It's $16,000. Let me buy it. And I'm also going to learn through the process too, because I'm a hands-on type of person. So the fact that Abdul, he's such a good mentor that he's able to walk you through the whole entire steps from A to Z, answer all of your questions. He's accessible, it's life changing. And I appreciate it so much because that's why I had success with acquiring my first mobile home. And I'm like, it's the first of many. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get 100, but let me just start with one so I can, like, how you dip your toe into the water. I'm like, let me just start with one. And then from there, it's going to be a snowball effect. So that is the position that I'm in right now. And so I'm so grateful for you because you are able to share like your experience and just is so helpful like to it's not only me but it's like everybody in your community. So thank you, thank you.
Oh yeah, nah, absolutely, and of course, thank you for, you are a coach, but you are coachable, and that's the one thing I like is people who can take direction and then who can execute the information. And so, like everybody that's on this call right now, right here it is, a young lady, Miss Roxy. She was at my last conference that I did, but Miss Roxy didn't know anything about mobile homes, y'all. And last year, Miss Roxy, I'm talking about, she said, Abdul, I'm going all in. She was a realtor. The only thing she knew about was selling with single family homes, multifamily, and commercial units. She went all in last year and she made over $250,000. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? Over 70% of the 250 plus $1,000 she made, that was profit. I want y'all to think about that. Ms. Roxy she's turning 65 this year, y'all. Pass her that $250,000, like over 70% profit. That's unheard of. When she texted me months ago, this was back in like November, December. She texted me her screenshot of her bank account, y'all. And she had over $100,000 inside of her account. To me, that's a big blessing. Like there's some people who make six figures, but it's different. There's a big difference for a person who have six figures. There's a big difference. And so I tip my hat off to her for just betting on her. That's it. So the live event is next week, Saturday, March 21st. So March 21st is a live event with myself, my father, my family. We'll be there. We'll be on the bus, and we're going to be taking you to different mobile home communities, and we're going to be showing you the one-star park. We're going to be showing you a three-star park, a four-star park. We're going to be going inside of the mobile homes, inspecting the mobile homes. And then after that, we're going to show you how we invest in these mobile homes. Like, we're going to give you the numbers, the breakdown, everything. Because the goal is for you to come there, ask as many questions as you can, see the process, see how we inspect the mobile homes. Then we're going to take you to Home Depot, and we're going to show you the materials that we put in the mobile home. So it's going to be a full working day of hands-on, because we can do a lot of talking about how you can get started. But me personally, I like for you to be next to me so I can show you how we invest in these mobile homes. So yeah, that's what the live shadow event is about, family. It's right here in Atlanta, Georgia. So there's people that's going to be coming from different parts of the country. People are flying in, some people are driving in. And it's going to be, of course, a nice jam-packed day, just teaching you all and educating you all about mobile home investing. So there's going to be another one probably later in the summertime. But of course, y'all can follow me on social media. I know I didn't put my social media handle, but so this is my social media handle right here at the Mobile Home Closers. So y'all can, of course, always follow me, keep up with me. And when you follow me and you keep up with me, then, you will be able to see all the live events that we're having. And then, of course, if it's something that interests you, then you can come out to the live event and you can spend that time with us, and you can see, what's what. And I want to see something. If y'all have any questions, y'all can go ahead and y'all can ask y'all questions as well. But one thing I do want to see, let me just let's see. While I'm looking at this, I want y'all to so Mr. Do I got a Charles Mitchell? Charles, are you here, Mr. Charles? Do I got
Yeah,
a
I know.
Charles
Hey, I'm
Mitchell?
here. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So quick thing, Mr. Charles. I don't know. I guess it's my computer. Because it seems like everybody is staticky. Are you anywhere remotely close to Atlanta, Georgia?
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said, are you remotely close to Atlanta, Georgia?
No, I'm from New Jersey.
Okay, you from Jersey. Okay. Because I saw that you was, because one thing I like to do is for anybody who take action fast, like you were the first person who actually signed up for our community. Because what I was going to do was I wanted to sponsor your ticket if you was close to Atlanta, because I was going to tell you to come be with us next week. And I was going to give you the VIP option to be with us next week. But you're in Jersey. Now, if that's a
That
trip that
don't
you want
mean
to make,
nothing. That don't mean I could travel.
That's what I'm saying. It's worth
I could
it.
travel.
It's worth it.
okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
I
No,
surely
we
can
had
travel.
people in our community that flew down from New York. The first event that I went to, the
Yes.
first live event that I went to, there was probably about 6 people from our community, and 2 of them flew in from New York. One drove from Alabama. So it doesn't matter that he's in New Jersey. Come on
Yeah,
now, y'all.
doesn't matter. The planes are still flying.
Exactly.
And
I would tell you that is worth it.
then
Hey,
I'll be
that's
there.
Let's
that's what I
go.
like to hear. So Charles, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna make sure I write it down and send it up to my assistant. But I'm gonna send you the information. We'll make sure that you are one of our VIPs. that come, and then I want us to talk. I want to be able to be like, oh, Charles, oh, what's up, brother? Yep. You tag along with Brother Abdul. You tag along with me. So I want you, Charles, wherever I'm at during the shadow event, I want you to be right there.
Say
So
no
I'm gonna
more.
do
I'm
that.
there.
So I'm gonna do that for you since you was the first person who paid, because I like when people are like, yo, their mind is made up. Yo, this is what I want. I want to learn a little bit more about this mobile home game. I want to be able to do this, because the beautiful thing about this mobile home business, or you just getting into real estate, guess what? You can do this anywhere in the world. Anywhere where there's mobile homes at, you can do this. So yeah, we're gonna make sure that we hook you up, Brother Charles. So I definitely want to thank
Appreciate it,
you.
my brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you for being
Hey,
so generous.
Christina.
Boo.
No
Hey,
problem.
hey, hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey, hey, you got people, they telling something, they Charles' cousin. Oh man.
Yeah, they need to get in the room. Get in the room.
Man, they wanna, tell them, hey, just come on. Come on. I know you Charles' cousin, but come on down. We right here. We right here in the A. Family, if y'all got questions, please go ahead and ask your questions. And also those people who are joining the community, I want you to introduce yourself. Whenever you join in a community, introduce yourself, because this is your new family, right? When you got questions, when you see us post things inside the community, the chat, whatever the case is, like I like posting things that's going to get people to think, right? Or I like posting things that's going to help you understand something that may be happening in the mobile home world. Like I posted a picture of a mobile home that we're probably going to take a look at next week. But that mobile home, we just put it on the market for $8,000, but we got that mobile home for free. So I posted it in the chat, and I was like, how much would y'all pay for this mobile home? And some people was like 2,500, 4,000, 5,000. But nobody in the community knew that I got that mobile home for free, y'all. I got it for free, but we got on the market right now for $8,000. And at 7 p.m., when I was on class, somebody went to go and view the property. I had one of my team members go in and take them through it. So that's going to be an easy wholesale deal. But I want to show y'all how we're getting these mobile homes for free in the community. Like that's my main objective, is to show y'all how y'all can duplicate this, because you can do this anywhere in the world. Like I got students all over the country that's getting free mobile homes or mobile home for less than 20 grand, all because they're implementing the things that we're teaching, so that's what it's going to be, is I'm telling y'all. So yes, so here's the thing, whenever you join the community, you get discounts on all events, So we have a special link in the community. So that special link that's in the community, all you have to do is click on that link, and you would get, of course, access to the event. Absolutely. And so the thing about it is, those people who just join the community, yo, don't be shy. Like ask the questions, that you may have. And when my assistant posts the courses that I did, the 5-day course that I did, like look at the entire course and start implementing the information that we've been giving you, right? So this information I've gave in this class and what y'all going to be learning is going to be some of the best. I'm talking about the best $97 you have ever probably paid for in your life. That's what I want. I want y'all to be able to learn a skill set for $97. So think of it like this. Imagine college, right? And I went to college, but imagine college. When you went to college and that tuition was $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, right? And you paid, but when you left college, you didn't even get a job in that which you went to school for. But you $80,000 in debt. And that's not even a career path that you chose. but you have an opportunity to be able to learn a skill set for only $97. Think of that. You have the opportunity to learn a skill set for $97. Not $80,000, but $97. Who would take that opportunity? That's the mindset that you should have. Like, oh yeah, let me take this opportunity right now. Tyrone, it looked like you had your hand up. Talk to me, brother.
How you doing, brother?
Peace,
How you doing? Can
peace.
you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hey, I appreciate having the opportunity to be on this call. Thanks to Miss Christina. I'm in her community as well, so I know how intelligent and smart she is. So I can appreciate the fact that she didn't brought you into the family as well. So, but I unfortunately I got on a little late. So is this going to be replay or?
I believe so, but I'll let Miss Christina answer that. I don't know, if this is going to be a replay for the people in the community or when she's going to release it. So that's more so of a Christina answer instead of mine's.
And that's not a problem. Now, of course, the $97, that link, once I hit that link, will that give me the overstanding to everything that I get for the $97? Because, I heard you, of course, like I said, I got on late. And so I heard, a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? So what exactly do I get for my $97, as far as that is concerned?
Yeah, so great question. So when you join a $97 program, so it's going to be a community. The community is over 100 and it's like 160 people that's inside of the community. These are all mobile home investors inside of the community. So now you'll be able to ask questions about mobile home investing. I always tell people that you want to make sure that you're around like-minded people. So if you ask yourself right now, how many mobile home investors do I personally know? And if you say, I don't know none, then the best thing for you to do is what? Be in a community where there's over 160 people. Then also, you may have somebody that's in your city, your same city, right? So now that person, you can go and you can message them and y'all can meet up at a Starbucks. When y'all meet up at a Starbucks, what some of my students do is they do a what? A JV deal. They say, okay, well, cool. Let's put our pool our money together and let's go buy that mobile home. And then we're going to flip it together and we'll split the profits. So that's the power of being inside a community. Also, when you're in a community, we have courses in that community as well. So one of the things is I did a 5-day course for the community. And so whenever you are looking at this course, you're able to learn about mobile home investing. I go to the different sites. I show you how I prospect and I look for these mobile home deals. And it's your job to be able to duplicate what I'm teaching you, right? But then also you'll be like, hey, look, I looked at the course, y'all. I did this. How would y'all handle this response, right? Because you may find a mobile home deal online. You may reach out to the person, but you don't know how to handle the response. Well, I got people in my community that's making crazy amount of money. That's when somebody can answer you and be like, oh, bro, say this to them or negotiate this deal down. So now you got the support system that you need. And of course, I don't know how old you are, but think about the support system that you have right now in your life, that you'll be like, man, I wouldn't be able to do it without my wife. I wouldn't be able to do it without my children, my siblings, or whoever. That community acts as that support system. So my whole philosophy is if you work the community, like the community is going to benefit you. But if you don't work the community and you just sitting back trying to do things on your own, then that's the result that you're going to get. But the community to me is excellent. That's why I created it, because I knew people need additional help when it came down to this mobile home game. And then also, like I said, when we have like different events, whether it's live events, or online events, however it is, everybody in the community, they get 100%, they get a discount that's going to be, for these different events. So it's a lot that goes into it, bro, but that's a synopsis of what happens in our community.
Okay, one more question, partner, and like I said, I appreciate everything you've done and doing. Next week, I mean, well, it's not next week, but it's the following week. You said the seminar is on the 21st.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
At what time?
It's going to be from 10. It's from 10 to 2 p.m. 10 to 2:30, something like that. So
Okay,
y'all
so
going to
it's in
spend
the
about
morning.
4.5 hours with me.
Okay, because I'm actually going to be in Florida for my birthday weekend, and so I was like, "Yo, it might be possible I drive up." You know what I mean? And try to make that. You know what I mean? So I gotta you know, look at the schedule and talk to wifey and see. So I'll look into it. All the information is on your website and everything.
Yes, sir. That's 100% correct. Yep. All the information on the website.
I appreciate you, brother. You enjoy the rest of the evening. God bless you. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Take care. Be blessed, big bro. I know somebody said that the pay button is not working on the link. Um, we sent another link out to everybody, well, in the chat as well too. And for those people who may say that, hey, look, I paid it, it's not allowing me to get in. This is what I want you to do. I want you to, because I know we have people, of course, it's coming into the community right now. I want you to use this email right here. So I want you to send it to this email and just say that you're unable to get in. And we're going to, of course, work to get you in. I'll make sure that I have my assistant on it so that we can make sure that you get inside this community as well. Absolutely. So this is for anybody. Whenever they paid, it was supposed to redirect them straight to the community. For whatever reason, if let's say you logged off or it didn't send you to the community, or if it did, but you didn't download Telegram yet, if you're not in the community, just send us an email, say, hey, I purchased, I'm not in the community, and somebody make sure that they get with you to help you out. To me, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this has been an amazing class. I love the engagement. The chat was going crazy. So I just want to say personally, I want to thank y'all for man, just giving me that attention, and I pray that I delivered or I said something. And my whole thing is when I was talking to my mentor, he was telling me anytime I get on classes like this, anytime I go to conference, he said, always pull one nugget from the speaker. And so I just hope that y'all was able to pull one nugget that I said today. And it was like, okay, well, cool. Like I needed to hear this one thing. And then let that one thing, don't let it be motivation, y'all, because inspiration comes from within. Motivation comes from the outside. So let it be an inspiration, something on the inside that inspires you to do great things, because motivation comes and goes. But when you are inspired, that inspiration from within, that's what actually gets you up and gets you moving. Because some people, you can get motivated. You can be on a class like this, right? You can get so motivated, and as soon as when a class is over with, right, you go right to social media, and then that motivation is just coming down, coming down, coming down. But I don't care what's in front of you. If you are inspired, you will drop everything, and you will say, I need to make sure that my family have assets, and you will get to work. So me personally, I don't like motivation. I like to be inspire. I like that inspiration. So I hope I inspired y'all to do something great because y'all are already great people. So let's go ahead and, of course, keep this train rolling and moving. Do anybody have any other questions that they may have before I go out? I got about 5 more minutes that I'm gonna hang out with you all, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Yeah. You don't need a real estate license. No. So the good thing about mobile homes, Miss Shakima, when it comes down to uh, mobile homes, is mobile home is personal property. It all depends on your exit strategy. So what exit strategy are you trying to do when it comes down to mobile homes? Because like prime example, a person that's looking to like have like a rental portfolio, a person is looking to wholesale, you don't need a real estate license. If a person wants to become like a huge flipper, like they just want to flip, then the state will want you to get a retailer's license. The retailer mobile home license is so easy to get. So prime example, like in Georgia, right? All you got to do is just show them that you have a business. That's it. Show them that you have a business and pay $300 for your retailer's mobile homes license. So it's not like a what's that thing called, a real estate license, to where you got to sit in front of a computer and take an actual exam. It's not like that. They just want to make sure that you got a business. That's it. Because they want to make sure that you're not one of these people that's out here that's just, trying to sell all these mobile homes and you don't got no business. Nah, just get you an LLC. So that's all you need with these mobile homes. But if you wholesaling, you don't need a license. If you renting, you don't need a license. But if you want to be a big flipper, like how we flipping, then yeah, just show them that you got a license, pay your $300, get the paperwork notarized, send it up to them, and then send you your license back to you. And you will have your license within like 2 weeks.
All right,
Is the
thank
mobile
you
home
for that
floor?
response, Abdul. I appreciate that. It's Shakima. Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, sis. I got you. So I know Miss Elizabeth said, is the mobile home floor replaceable? Absolutely. Absolutely. I want y'all to think like this. A mobile home is a rectangle that spits out cash, right? Everything that you would do in a single family home is the same, pretty much same process that you would do in a mobile home. So if the mobile home floors get messed up, girl, you could take the floors up, you can replace it, you can do everything. So we have built mobile homes. I'm talking about from the steel chassis that the mobile home sits on, all the way back up. So everything in the mobile home can be replaced, can be rebuilt. Everything.
I remember that. So you say you had to get a license?
You gotta say that again. Pardon me, y'all. On my end, it's a lot of static. So I don't know. I guess it's probably something going on with my computer. So when y'all speak, I can barely hear y'all. So pardon me. It's probably best for y'all to text it on the chat, because I'm able to, of course, read it.
So we need a license for what?
So if I'm hearing you correctly, just like our young lady, she's asked that same question. So if you are wholesaling a mobile home, you don't need a license. If you're renting mobile homes out, you don't need a license. But if you want to become a flipper, the state will want you to have a license. Now, every state have different requirements, right? So like prime example, Illinois is like 9 mobile homes. They'll let you flip. They let you flip like 9 mobile homes before you need a license. But they want to make sure that you are a business. That's it. They want to make sure you are a business. So anytime I'm helping my students get into this game, we're building a business. We're not just flipping 50 mobile homes and it's not a business. Because now where's the money going? Like, where you putting your money at? It's like, no, this need to be put in a business account and set up like a business. So that's it. If you're going to be a flipper, you do need a license. If you're wholesaling, if you're renting, you do not need a license for mobile homes. And the license, like I said, and I stated it before, the license, they just want to make sure that you have a business. So it's not like you got to sit in front of a computer and take a state exam. They just want to make sure you have a business. And when you can prove that you have a business, they send you your license off.
Thank you.
So somebody asked, do we get a book with the $97 purchase? So whenever you go in a community, I'm going to be dropping another book. So today, y'all should have a total of 2 books. The first book, you had to be in a class when the class first started. The second book is going to be inside the community. It's going to be a blueprint to mobile home investing. So that book we're going to drop inside the chat as well too. No problem. So yes, that's another strategy, Miss Elizabeth. Yes, you can rent out per room. That is another strategy that we do. You can turn your mobile home into a room in houses. So you can rent out each room inside of a mobile home. Yes. Brother Charles, you had something?
Oh no,
Yeah,
no, I didn't. Well, I do. Well, when you ask, so my plan on I got Airbnb in New Jersey. So I was planning on if I come down there, maybe turn her mobile homes into Airbnbs. Might work. Can it?
Okay, so it's kind of hard on my end, like I said, with the speaker. Something going on my computer. But it sounded like you said that you had an Airbnb going on in Jersey, and you was trying to see if that's something that's possible that you can do down here in Georgia.
Yes. Yes.
So yes, you can turn a mobile home into an Airbnb. However, me personally, if you're anybody that's out of state, I always tell my students to look into an owner finance deal instead of the Airbnb, because in certain areas around Atlanta area, the restrictions uh, got tighter because of a lot of things that was happening in Atlanta with the Airbnb. So there's a lot of restrictions now with Airbnb, and it's actually not as big as it used to be. So a person like you, I would tell you probably look into owner finance, or you can look into the travel nurse sector of the business. That's something else. But me, owner finance is going to always be easier because it's consistent money that's going to be coming in every single month, if that makes
We
sense.
would definitely talk about it. Thank you. We'll definitely talk about it when I get down there. See you Saturday.
Man, perfect, man. So if anybody's going to get the book, the other book, the first book. So the first book was for everybody's on this call. So the one thing that you may want to do is you may want to scroll all the way back to the top. Because the first book, what I typically do is anybody that come on class on time, I bless everybody with something. And that's exactly what I did. I bless everybody with the book. So you may want to scroll over to the top because I'm not actually about to put the book back inside there. That is going to be for the people. Now, if you are in the community, I'll go ahead and I'll put the book back inside the community, and that'll be for everybody. But right now, that book is for people who, of course, came on when the class first started. And I know you probably came on late because you may have been doing something, but I just like to help the people who came on class early. So what I'm gonna do is, Miss Christina, um, I just want to say once again, thank you, and of course, looking forward to help you fill this property and your community. Thank y'all for being an amazing community, like y'all always have been. And of course, I just want to be able to see you all take your asset, because think about it like this, y'all. Y'all are learning from Miss Christina how to get a trust, right? And some of y'all have a trust, but y'all may not have assets in your trust. But now, if you think about it, you like, okay, well, I got my trust set up, I got everything. I got to start putting some assets. Well, one of your assets that you can put in your trust is your mobile home. And so now you can dictate on you when your children turn a certain age, that cash flow now goes to, you can do a lot whenever you have a trust set up. But now you can start putting those mobile homes into your trust name. And so that's a beautiful thing about what y'all are doing, because y'all are already working on asset protection, which is one thing that's going to be crucial when it comes down to building wealth for your family. That's 100% crucial. So it's going to be something else whenever y'all are buying these mobile homes, and then y'all can start telling the stories like, oh yeah, man, I will miss Christina, but also I learned from Abdul. Miss Christina, she showed me how to do the trust, but Abdul showed me how to get the asset, and now I got the assets inside of my trust, and my family is 100% set up right now. That's the type of conversation that I want to hear from y'all. The next time we actually, come and we talk again, I want to hear y'all talking about how y'all got assets in y'all trust. That right there puts a big smile on Abdul's face. So that's that, Miss Christina. So once again, thank you,
Thank
sis.
you, thank you. And you are so right. It is so important. So me personally, right? I got my mobile home for $16,000. That mobile home is going into a trust. So everything that Abdul is saying is absolutely true, and it's easy. Can you imagine such an affordable asset for you to be able to place inside of your trust, and then you have to turn around and do rinse and repeat? Right? So it's not only you just obtaining one asset, because the trust has to be able to sustain itself. So you have to put multiple assets in the trust so that it's able to generate this income. So you're going to put multiple mobile homes into the trust. So it is very powerful for you to have access to this information. It's very powerful for you to have access to these types of entities. It's very powerful for you to be in this space right now. Like, we're here on Zoom, but also in person too. So if you guys have the opportunity and flexibility to be able to show up to the live event next Saturday, I hope that you guys can come, and don't be afraid to go out of your way, right? We have people fly in. We have people driving a couple hours just to come in, and I attended multiple of the events, and it is life changing. It's going to put that burning desire in your system for you to be like, yes, I am ready to invest. I am ready to get an asset that is going to be cash flowing for my trust, so that you can secure that legacy for your grandchildren and your great grandchildren and the many generations into the future. This is what generational wealth looks like. And so we have to be intentional. And that's why you guys are on the call right now. That's why you have access to Abdul. That's why you have access to me, for this very reason. So I'm just going to tell you guys, take action, take action, take action. So I love you guys so much. Thank you, Abdul. Thank you so much for coming on tonight and educating the community, because I just know that this is need to know information, and the community, they don't know what they don't know. So for you to be able to come on and pour into them for almost 2 hours is commendable. And I appreciate you so much for doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And congratulations to everyone who got into the inner circle. So I'm in the inner circle, and there's a lot of other heavy hitters in there. So you have access to all these people that are killing it in the mobile home investment in industry. It's not an industry, whatever, the section. So so congratulations, you guys.
Absolutely. Well, family, y'all take
Yeah.
care. Be blessed by the best. And make sure y'all understand this. If you don't jump, you will never fly. And next time I see y'all, I want y'all to be flying all over the goddamn world. Goddamn. So y'all go ahead and y'all jump, family. Anyways, take
Yeah.
care. I'm out.
Bye.
God
Good
bless,
night.
brother. Good night.
Yes. God bless you guys. I love you guys so
Hey,
much. Yes.
Christine, can
Yes.
you send me the link to that book? This
Yeah,
Tyrone.
absolutely. I got it. I got it. I'm gonna have the
Oh,
team send it to you, Tyrone.
I appreciate your family. God
Hey,
Yes,
bless.
good night,
I
everybody.
appreciate
Hey,
you. Thank you
Christine.
guys for staying on. I love you guys.
Love you too, sis. Peace
Good.
out.
Yes. Good night.